Good evening. Oh, hi. I'm back. I feel like Spike's trying to eat my face. No, no. We're working on video. What else do we do, I guess? And last time when Teo was here, yes, we survived time out on Friday. We just went out to eat with some friends and Teo that was here visiting, and there ended up being snow, but we're Minnesotans, we're tough. That was fun. We did have a good time. I think here the... Okay, he starts going right here. Over here. I think I want to put his arms stretched more. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, now I just need to make sure. Because the there's the squash and stretch thing, so it's about, I don't need to have these things be accurate. I just need to have them be to feel right in terms of its motion. So let's do it there. I mean, I only have to worry about those frames, so because at that point it's not gonna matter. Because I think it's weird. It looks a little weird when it keeps going like that, but it really doesn't change much. It stays like that. Yeah, it constantly changes. It just feels that way because of how our eyes are perceiving it. Yeah, I know the Northeast got worse. Well, we just got a dusting before, but I heard that the Northeast got hit pretty hard. Yeah, I'm working on new stuff. Well, I'm always working on new stuff. I'm working on old stuff. Oh, I should probably add his eye light. Let's grab all these. I just forgot to keep those on. It's probably going to be over a minute. I've had a lot of scope creep. It's just another stupid sci toy one. Because I couldn't think of anything else I wanted to work on at the time. I don't need that one to be locked. Just these two. There it is. Oh. The eyes, actually, the next thing is they're reflecting light off of other surfaces, so I don't have... They could be lit no matter what. Where is this? That's me. It's one of the hardest questions I've ever had to answer is how long does it take to make things, because it really heavily depends on a lot of different factors, like how much motion is there lip syncing, how many characters are in the shot, is there leg or arms interacting with anything that can cause a lot of extra work. So but a minute, like this one, I've been working on this one since late November, but I don't work on stuff too much outside of stream, so I mean that's only for well, I don't want to like evil glow, so it's only for like what 6 hours a week. The whole December I only probably did half as many streams, so not that much. This is I've maybe done like 30 some hours of work on this, not even, which isn't that bad. Okay, this one should be fatter. Why can't I still see anything? Oh, it's too low. Okay, that I don't know if I like that one in here. If it does, it has to be low. Okay, and after he blinks, that they definitely need to shut off. I can get away with maybe no light here. I'll probably have to put some small one, but for now I want to put none. And I'm going to have it where up until then, their brightness is decreased. In this last little second, I need to have a spike in brightness. It's spike. Okay, not both of them, just the large. Yeah, the long videos take forever. Like that's why I haven't made many long ones in a while, because the reason I was able to make long ones before is because I had more time dedicated to it. I would work on stuff off my amount of free time. Like Remembrance was 8 hours a week on a stream, and then still other time on the side, and that still took like 9 months. But now I pretty much just do it on stream. Between job and other things, I don't tend to do much on my own time. It's all stream. So to make a long video would take me even longer now, and yeah, the only time I make long things now is if I get stuck with a with scope creep just killing me or something. Though I do have ideas for bigger stuff, but every time I start them, it ends up being that it just starts running to where you can kind of do an estimate and you realize that it's going to take like 2 years, and that's not worth it. So I'd rather stick with things that are under a minute for right now. I do want to get back to doing more emotionally serious stuff, But funny is so much easier to do in a short period of time. To make something that's sad or emotional requires you to invest that person's emotions in something. That takes time. So yeah, because the name of this file is November 9th. So yep, it's early November, but like I said, December I think we only did a half streams a lot because there's just so many holidays and things going on. Must take a lot of motivation to create something like this. In my mind, a short video has to be like 2 hours of playing around and done, and 30 hours in months. How do you hold a required motivation? That's why I do it on stream. Actually, the stream is the motivation. If you were to just tell me to work on it in my own free time and that's not it, no, I wouldn't get anything done. Mainly because I like exploring and learning, and to me, there's not much of that left in SFM. Like, I feel like I've done what I needed to, but with the stream, it's something that I'm forced to focus, keep on, and help people. So, lately, though, I have been playing around with Blender for adding flexes to the facial bits of Rathlos, and that's actually been fun in my free time. I did it all last night. So, stuff like that, I'm trying something new, and it's exciting. So, yeah, that's when I work on stuff in my free time, when it's about trying something new. But yeah, SFM doesn't have much of that anymore. I still learn new things, but it's not like revolutionary anymore. I guess I'm not getting that dopamine hit I used to when working on stuff. So I don't quite know how I want to have Spike follow up on that yet. So, and for that 30 hours, that's for up to here, and this is only half done. I still have to go through and this isn't animated. This is all the red's not animated. All the yellow mostly is, but a lot of it's cheat. Like this is all cheating. I took the animation from something else and cleaned it up. Did you use the new 2.8 build or the 2.79? 2.79, I believe. If I remember right. I had to look that up for something. Yeah. Yeah, it's not 2.8. At least I don't think it is. You can check quick. Yeah, it's 2.79. Oh, it says right there too. 2.79B. Because that makes a big difference. But yeah, I was working on this guy. So, been learning a lot. This program is super confusing for a lot of stuff, but it's been fun. I'm figuring out what I need to figure out, and that I don't need to figure out anymore. Because, like, for instance, this model didn't have named bones. It was bone 1, bone 2, bone 3. So I had to go through and rename all the bones to stuff that I could at least figure out. And in doing that, all the pre-made animations had to be renamed for all their bones because they were linking to the bone names. The rig no longer works, so I had to go through there and find which bones tied up with what, and it wasn't as easy as I thought, so that the rig still worked. And I also ran into issues of certain parts, like the top of the head here, some of the colored bits. There's also other parts in the eye, and some other parts that they were separate body groups because they hit the SFM limit. So when it went to export, it separated some of these areas into other parts, and I needed to recombine them so that I could gain full control of the eye again, because that was separate body group. And so I had to merge all these vertices to make that work. It was a mess, but I got it to work. It probably took like 10 to 12 hours just to get him ready to do stuff. But I learned a lot. But no, it's not even the devs. It's the person that converts it, because they get it from like an export of the engine, and the engine's not always going to, when it's compiled, name all the bones correctly. It might just name them bone 1, bone 2, because the compiled copy doesn't matter. Who knows? So they just left it like that, but that made it immensely hard to do anything, because I had to go off of, and just alone, and that's how many bones are on here. That's really difficult to do. And look right in this alone. It's a lot. So I went through and named them all. So now I don't have that problem. But there's just something. I think Rathalos has a lot of facial expression you can give him, so I'm trying to add more. Previously, he didn't have the ability to close his eyes, so I added that. I added so his brow can raise, so his eyes can go wide. He gets angry. That one actually took a while. And like the tongue controls, because there was none of that before. Extra mouth controls. Yeah. So I'm just working on that. Now that I tested it yesterday, and there's a couple more ideas I had for stuff. Like I need to make something that's more like an O sound. Like I need to do lips out. I want to add in more eye controls, because right now they're a little limited. So yeah, it's been fun. It's different, and I like that. They're all shape keys, yeah. I don't know how to add bones and weight correctly, but figuring out how to do the shape keys was easy enough, and for lip syncing, shape keys are a lot easier. Or I guess having the sliders, the flexes, in SFM is easier to animate to than the bones, because bones, small motions in bones tend to cause not smooth motion. It can be jerky and not look great. So to make it look good, I wanted to make shape keys instead. So, and they're actually pretty easy. It was just the model doesn't, because it wasn't pre-made to be mirrored. I'm not sure how to make it so that it is mirrored across, and so therefore I can't. It's very difficult if I want to manipulate both sides of the face evenly, so I'm just manipulating them individually and just trying to replicate it as much as best I can. Doing pretty good at it so far. But, so yeah. It's very sloppy the way I'm doing it, but that's the whole part of learning. If I tried to do it perfect the first time, I'd probably get frustrated and quit. So I'm just sticking with making it sloppy and not caring, because I'll get better as I learn more. So I thought about adding some bones. What was it too? Oh, I had originally thought of adding bones to some of the spines in the back, but I feel like it'd be a lot of work for a little payoff. The amount of, you could use it for like surprise and anger, but beyond that, I just don't feel it'd be that useful. So I don't think it'd be worth the effort. But I thought about doing it for some of the facial stuff so that you can put it to extremes, but I'm not too worried about it. I've learned a lot, and I'm happy with how some of it's turned out. Anyway, I need to probably do some lip syncing, because most of the other stuff is at the point of cleanup, and I don't like doing cleanup this early. So
navigation system, but I need your help.
This is a full 3 seconds of lip syncing. I'm probably gonna pass on that one.
Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo!
You know what? I never figured out the lighting on this one. I should do that. Well, it's because I haven't touched it. I could probably do this one. But I want to figure out the lighting first, because I need to figure out if this is an appropriate angle. So, really it's... Can I just copy the lights from here? Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't think I need the ring lights. Nope. I don't need mallet 2. Which one's mallet 2? Yeah, I don't need that one. I don't know about mallet 1, but we're gonna hold off on that just in case. Probably don't need any of the round platform. You know what? I'm gonna keep the base, the base version, right, ground part of it, because I don't know. But I don't need that. I don't need that. Can I see the ceiling? No. Science stuff. There's a lot of science stuff I get rid of. Get rid of the computer cart 1. What's this one? Battery cart. Smelting. I must have named that one. There we go. I believe these two are up here. Get rid of those things. I'm gonna keep this because you don't know either. Floor. Keep that one. I can get rid of. Trying to make this run a little better. I can for the wall. Oh, I need to see the walls. Probably don't need any of these. Yep. Don't need these two. And that's a big one I need to keep. Those are all visible. I can get rid of some of the wires. Gotta keep that one. Keep that one, and that one, and that one. So I can get rid of these two. I'm pretty sure I can get rid of this wall. Well, I can get rid of one of them. Get rid of that wall, and then we'll just slide this one in. It's different then, but who cares? Nobody's gonna notice. I can even do that with the floor, really. Oh no, because this one matters. Because this is this actually goes into or centers up to that. Okay, I think that's sufficient enough.
Rocket science! Woo!
Yeah, that's a good bit smoother. How does all the Twilight voice? Who does all the Twilight voices? Because it fits perfectly in your videos. It was Dr. Spara from Borderlands pre-sequel. She has a lot of voice lines. Originally, it was Jay Holler was going to, or wanted some of the audio lines because he was going to make a video for Anthology 5. Yeah, Anthology 5 with it. Then he got stuck with the intro. And I already exported it for him, so I said, well, can I make one with it instead? And he's like, well, yeah, I'm not doing anything with it. So that's where the science button came in. And then I've just been rolling with it because it does work really, really well. Keep the ground, hopefully you still get to see the stream, and then maybe time will go wait. Yep. I mean, you probably let by now, Boster, but thank you. No, I mean, I'm always working on stuff. It's just, I used to have the video creation higher on my priority list in life, and I have other priorities that now I have above that. So it's probably the longest running hobby I've ever had because I jump around a lot in hobbies. Because again, I like learning and doing new things. Do props and interactive items end up being saved under a group like with lights too, or do you have to manually arrange the props themselves? Oh, these are all arranged. So like lights, camera, and I think those are the only two that auto create their own groupings. Everything else I manually do. Really, it comes down to unless unless a model it can't be segregated with anything else, I always make a group for it. Actors, or except for actors, even if there's only one actor, I'll always make a folder for actors, and particles. I'll also make a folder for particles. Everything else, walls, floors, ceiling, miscellaneous, rubble, I always put it in groups because I absolutely hate having things just in a big line, because this is what it would normally look like. And I don't know what the hell's going on with this. But this doesn't help me at all. That and not having things named also is difficult. Some of the models are fairly descriptive in themselves when they're created, but beyond that, like if they're a character, I always put out their full name with capitals to help separation. Anything to make it so it's quicker to digest. The other thing I'm also nitpicky on, and I don't know why, camera. I always want to rename it to main camera, but there's this thing. So if you go and make a new camera, it's called camera 1. If I then do that, it's called camera 1 down here. So I'm going to say, I'm going to rename this. I'm going to call this the special camera. Even though I rename that, this doesn't change, and that bugs me. I don't know why, but I want something that is like work camera, but more descriptive for what I need. And camera 1 doesn't provide description. So if you want to actually change that, you go into the camera in the element viewer here, and this is where the actual name is. So if I change this to special camera, bam. Now it's a special camera. So if you ever want to rename a camera and it's not changing it down there, that's where you actually have to do it. Oh. It's also like this one. If I go to open this up, see this says Science Equipment 3, but if I were to rename this, its name would still be Science Equipment 3. Thankfully, that doesn't matter as much because this isn't as visible, but still. It's the other reason too you want to make lights descriptive. If you take them as your camera, it comes on here too. So name your stuff. When you come to look at it a year down the road, being able to open it up and figure out where stuff is great. If I open up stuff that's older than 4 or 5 years old, I get confused because that was about when I started figuring out a naming and organizing scheme that I've been going with since then. There's one video, or some of my early videos, they were just a mass of stuff, and it was messy. Don't do that. Do you control your camera via a dolly rig or just on its own? No, I have done it before where you'd want to simulate realistic camera motion. So you'll do something like you'll take your camera, say like this, and if you can do something called puppeteering, which is if I hold either a slider or if I hold the mouse down, so you can see the mouse is up here, so I'm holding it active. That's why this becomes orange as well. And I hit play.
Rocket science! Woo!
It allows me to save that motion. I'm basically controlling the camera with manual motion. So if I actually do something like this, where I just added a little bit of random motion like this, and then I go and hit it with smooth, a couple smooths.
Rocket science! Woo!
It makes it feel like it's like you're holding a camera, so it makes it feel like like somebody's actually there recording something, which it's not even a bad idea. If you watch television shows, a lot of times the cameras that you're using aren't steady like that, and it doesn't bother you because it just feels natural. Like that's just, as long as I don't go nuts with it, it makes it feel like you're standing there. You're not sitting there perfectly stationary. You never should have the camera just perfectly still for like 10 or 15 seconds in a row. That gets weird. So but no, what I normally do is let me play this, is Up here in the lenses, this simulates certain lens usage within like a standards in the industry. So this is not only following kind of what the industry uses, but it lets you, it's what people are used to. So by doing that, it makes it feel more cinematic. It's the same reason, like if I were to add black bars to the top and bottom, like I did with Remembrance, the black bars kind of make it feel cinematic because that's what we're used to seeing. Even though I'm taking pixels away from you, it makes it more feel more cinematic because that's what we see in the movie theaters. At least that's my theory on that. So I tried to utilize, again, the industry standards because that's what that's what they use. So it makes everything feel more consistent. So you can go to like super zoomed out, but no. The main ones I use are 50 millimeter, and 50 millimeter is what you should assume the human eye sees. So the way that you would perceive the world around you is approximately 50 millimeters. Not, I mean, that's the size of a camera lens, so that's not like your eyes see in 50 millimeters. It's just the way that things are spaced and distance is perceived is similar to what your eyes would be seeing. So if you want to have a personal conversation, 50 works out well. If you want to have a zoom in, 85 is really good for a close-up. And then if you want a larger open shot, 35 works great. I'll definitely mix it up sometimes and use like 105 or even higher. And I don't think I've ever used 24, just because this tends to make things feel like weird and uncanny valley sometimes, especially if you start getting into the ones lower than that. They definitely have their uses, but not that I've really found. So I utilize those camera lengths, and then a lot of it is just moving it over time. So like here, I could say, like from here, if I don't care about her, get rid of extra motion there. I'm just gonna say over time here. I just want the camera to go around like this. So, and if you ever see me where I do this, where it's one pixel off to the side, it's because when you go to this spot right here, it's looking at the previous shot. So it's really hard to control the camera when it's not, you can't see it. So instead I pick one pixel to the left or the right, which depending on which side I'm on, do whatever I need to do, and then I just move it in. So no, that's normally how I do camera. I have done it before if I needed to do like a spin camera. So for instance, it's best to just give an example. At the very end here, oh, I don't have the credits in this one. Hold on, this one. Oh, okay, got your stuff. At the very end of this one, to get this final spin shot right there, to make that work right, I had the camera locked to a helper model that I put right between the two of them. And so what I did was, I took the camera and I backed it up from that spot. That's all I did. And then I took that model in the center, which was now attached to the camera, and rotated it. So by rotating it, the camera kept backing up, but it kept rotating around that point, getting further and further away. Because otherwise, doing that motion with just the camera itself, because the camera is one bone, is really difficult to do, because you're trying to, if you think about its position and rotation separately, it's trying to move its physical location consistently in a circle that is changing. It's not even thinking in a circle, it's just in essentially random directions. And you're also trying to counter that motion looking in, but as it's backing up, that motion is changing and slowing to keep it looking in that same bit. So it's going to get jerky and all over the place, and you get to make any change to it, it destroys it. But if I split the motion into camera going one direction and a mother model controlling the other, it makes it no problem. And then you get a nice smooth spinny. And it is even the same way with some of the shots here. It was the camera is still on its pivot, and I utilized that to have it spin around them and just have the camera back up out from the area and then jump back in when I needed. I was actually really proud of this outro. It turned out really, really good. I just love this shot. I don't know why. And then this part, actually, if I remember right, this was actually done using I exported a green screen panel with lock points, and then I just tracked those points to keep the video with it. I've actually done that quite a bit on stuff. Except for this took forever to render because I didn't pre-render this video right here. So I was trying to render this entire video with all the other video and all the special effects and its blurred background, and then on top of the other video. Yeah, I was really stupid with that. It took like 4 hours. I was trying to think of using the doctor for us here. You know, I've been playing with Left 4 Dead audio, and I'm kind of curious who from Left 4 Dead would work for him. I don't think Bill. I'm wondering if Coach would work. What was his name, though? They don't go by their actual names. They go by something else. Because, like, probably just need to not search VO. Oh. Well, I'm pretty sure he was called Coach. Yeah, here it is.
You make sure you use this now.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe?
Everyone ready for this shit? All right!
Let's see here. They have so many voice lines from this.
Fire in the hole!
Let's see if they have like a hello. It might be under greeting. No.
Hey y'all, I need some help. Help! Could use some help over here. Get your ass over here and help me. Baby, that is how that's done.
These are just good. Because I don't want him. This already sound too happy. I don't want happy.
Shit, nah.
I could even have him calling for help when the things are going on. Where's help? Help isn't one of them? Oh, there it is.
Help! Hey y'all, I need some help. Get your ass over. Help!
Yeah, I don't know about that. I could use Ellis. Do you still play video games from time to time? If so, have you ever heard of a game called PC Building Simulator? Trust, I built my own computer like 8 years ago, and I've just been upgrading it since. I know how to build a computer. And also I have an IT degree, so I know how to program too. I did look interesting though, but I haven't actually. I haven't expressed interest in it. Yeah, I could.
Let's get it on. Ain't been called nothing but Coach for a long time. Ellis.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was the other Nick, was Gambler, but Yeah, I don't want to put any swearing in here for sure.
Excuse me, sweetie. Sweetie? Hey, girl. Girl?
Name producer C. He's talking to some chick. Maybe here's what we go. Just we can make him Rochelle.
Ooh.
Reaction negative.
God damn. Son of a bitch. God damn. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. God damn. Bullshit. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Bullshit. What the? Oh. Shit.
I'm just seeing him say this now.
Shit. God damn it. Oh.
Coach apparently only knew how to like express disagreement
Hell
like
no.
4 ways.
Oh hell, this about to get bad. Man, this about to get all Baghdad and shit. Damn. What the? Oh, shit. Bullshit. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Come on, Coach, you could do better than that. Oh, I have a 1080 Ti, a 96. I can't remember. One of the new Intel processors, like not the 9900, 9800, the one right below the top end. And I have an M.2 hard drive. Yeah, I did a lot of upgrades this last November.
Come on now. You all right? We're all here. Get it off! 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 Get it off!
What is this?
Get it off!
What is he saying?
Get it off!
He's saying get it off, but
Get it off!
it sounds like he's trying to like roll his R or something.
Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! That clown's attracting zombies. Clowns? Shoot the clown! Clowns? Clown, clowns, clown, 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 clowns. Clowns, clowns, clowns.
Clowns. Oh, what's the pill in your bed? Oh, that's a Rainbow Dash Daki. Syria Dragon got it for me a couple years ago at BronyCon.
That zombie. Shoot the clown! That clown! Clowns? Clowns? Clown? 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 Those clowns? What's with the suits? Mudmen! Shoot the mudmen!
Yeah, clowns!
Ah, shit. My bad. That right there, that was my fault. My bad. Sorry. Oh, shit. Sorry. Ah, you know what? My bad. We can get across the water here.
Why is that called Sound 863? Why did my audio stop? Yeah, there.
Ammo here. First aid kit's over here. Come on, people, get your asses in here. Everybody keep tight. Stay close, people. Come on, people, come on. Get it. Get your asses in here. Heal if you got them. Nick, you gonna be missed.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, I think I might need to,
Thanks.
There's so much here. You know the world.
There's the freeway. Up here. Over here.
Yeah, look, I wanted like a greeting, something saying hello or something like that.
That gun store's around here somewhere.
Okay, so these are the
I
story-based
heard of
ones.
Jimmy Gibbs. Well, trust me, in these parts, he's as famous as... Ha ha! All the way to New Orleans. Baby, that sounds like a plan.
Okay, and then these are pulling the others.
I can see you weren't the shooting coach.
Why'd they put Ellis and some,
Hunter's got coach.
but not... who is it? What was it? What was Lewis?
Invocum! Ow! Lewis!
But what do they call Lewis? Dude, he wasn't called Lewis. Teen girl, vet. Okay. But what is Lewis? Gambler manager?
I'm no doctor, but you're definitely not dead. So come on. Let's get you up and moving.
He's manager.
Come on, people. If we make it, he didn't die for nothing.
Yeah, he's actually called manager.
Sorry. 100% oh, man. First aid. Here. Hello. There's a safe house.
Oh, wait. We gotta... Okay, that gets a little weird. What, do they have it?
Pills here.
Yeah.
Pills here. Pills here. Pills here. Pills here. Pills here. Pills here. Pills here.
Anybody remember that? Well, I can't remember how old that meme is.
Oh man! Get it!
Him with his
Get
pills.
it! Get it off me! Get it off me!
Kasana 862. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, he probably has clowns. No, wait. Coach was in number 2. I don't think that Lewis has clowns. No. Death scream. What? That kind of, I think it reminds me of what's his face? Fry. That's what it kind of sounded like. Fry from Futurama. I want to know what the actors look like doing those. How do you keep a straight face? What would be...
Damn it. He didn't deserve this.
Go ahead and take this.
What would be some kind of a word that would initiate... Like, I'm not thinking sorry. Because sorry obviously doesn't work. Generic? What's under generic?
Now this! How long were you in prison? Guys at the office used to laugh at me when I hit the rifle range at lunch. Oh, cool. Oh no, ain't no damn way. Shit. I'm really messed up.
Yeah. That might be... Oh, help.
I need some help!
Oh, yeah. He's always screaming when he does that.
Help!
That's not gonna worry. Or, not gonna worry.
That's why we should call ourselves the Unstoppables. We are unstoppable.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have any luck with that. I thought maybe I could find something. Yeah, whatever. Oh, wait, it was react negative. That
Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus.
they're always...
That is some nasty shit. Oh, sweet, baby.
Yeah. I don't think Nick's gonna work. Because I don't see him being like that. I might have to look into it a little bit more. Yeah. Oh, the fry. Yeah, it sounds like him. Hello. Huh? You find out why is it those the motherfucking clowns? Yeah, it wouldn't fit here though. Every time I hear audio like that, my mind immediately goes to what can I do with it. There's definitely some potential there.
Rocket science! Woo!
But yeah, I should probably
Rocket!
figure out her lip sync here. So, what's locked here? Oh, just her legs. I don't. What am I doing? That's work stuff. Okay.
Science! Woo!
And the thing is can I make this look good without needing the other flexes? I don't think so. I don't think I'll need them. So I'm going to go a little bit neutral. I do want to keep her with a slight smile on her face. And about 1/3 pucker. Have I don't think I've done a lip sync for her for the word rocket before.
Rocket science!
I have done science, but it was an extreme version of it. I might be able to. Did I export that video? Secure my house, I did. I don't think I did the other one yet, though. See if I can do that one. It's gonna look really weird.
Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Science! Woo! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo!
Yeah, because this is a...
Science!
That's her science. Science button. Don't know if I like that. It maybe seemed like a lot like, why don't I just do it? Because it still would take quite a while. So it'd be quicker to see if I can steal it from something. So, oh, that would probably be utter anthology. Master. This one? I was just looking for something to fill in this one. The male pony. Or the one that's Doctor's being.
Science! It's science! It's
Yeah, that should maybe work. Why do you go all the way back here? Okay, I can't remember how I did this. Oh, god damn it. I have a certain naming scheme I go with, and it's gonna put me all the way back here. Okay, so it was my name, video name, pony. I have a naming sequence so that because I give them as a public download.
Rocket science.
That's not what I want to do. Wrong with Twilight.
Woo! Rocket science. Rocket science. Science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Woo!
So I definitely will need to add something at the end of it, but now I don't have to do that word. I don't want to have this as a base, like with all this.
Rocket science. Science.
Oh no. Well, because I'm like, when I do lip syncing, I like, I go through the motion, but then I have to like lock everything, because it's not just about doing a syllable; it's about stopping yourself mid word, and like, what will my mouth be right here? It might be different with the sound that comes before or afterwards. So it's like, but then I'm like, okay, stop. What does this look like?
Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science.
So I like how it looks a bit from the side,
Rocket science.
but I think this is the angle I need to see it from.
Rocket science.
And I think that it needs more of an extreme open here.
Rocket science.
Okay, and I'm also then going to go more like a E. We're gonna have it blend more to make it go a little more into the stretch land. We're just gonna go like that. Add the smirk back in so it doesn't look like she's unhappy. And move that pucker even more.
Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science.
Okay. So it's so if I were a tongue, and I am not, I would probably be out a little bit more here. Rock. A K sound is going to utilize the sound, the tongue, because that's is the tongue hitting the back of the mouth. Sadly, this model does not have the ability for me to control it very well for that. But what I can do is go out and then down to hide the tongue. So just like that. This will be. The tongue would be more or a lot closer to the front. I'm going to go down. And actually I missed it on this with her before. This should be
Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Science.
and I think that her face right here should be blended a little bit across here.
Science. Rocket 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 science.
Okay, now I think that. So I cleaned it up because the science isn't science. You're not closing your mouth completely in the middle. The two sounds would blend a little in the middle. So science, you already have your mouth open all the way. So I'm giving it still some punctuation, but I smoothed it out so it's not so drastic.
Science.
But I think she's a little bit high on the down motion here, and she's right here. So I'm gonna take that, and we're just gonna round it. Actually, it might be safer just for me to do it this way.
Science. Rocket science. Rocket science.
So in here, just to make it so they separate a little bit more, I'm gonna put more grin and a little bit close.
Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science.
This should work. I like the creepy smile.
Science. 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 Science.
Ooh.
Rocket science! Woo!
It looks pretty good. Well, it looks good. Looks good from this angle, which is what matters. That actually looks better. So the tongue, for woo is normally a little bit out. We're gonna go down with it. Maybe like that. Actually, why is the tongue not up here? Okay. Yes. Number 2 reason why I don't like lip syncing, because I have to hear the same audio on slow motion, forwards and backwards, over and over and over again. That's why I have a separate model for doing lip syncing. For one, don't have to deal with the motion, and 2, if I mess up somewhere and I accidentally overwrite lip syncing, I don't want to do it again. So I keep the lip syncing on a separate model so I can copy paste from it if I need.
Rocket science!
Woo! Calm Twilight meets Crazy Twilight? No, only because I don't. There would have to be explanation as to why that's the case then. Just having it pop up randomly, I think, would just cause more confusion. I like having, or that's one of the reasons that Spike's here. Spike is the straight man in this. He's the one that's, is playing the character that is not the crazy one. You could say that this guy is also, but I would say he's more of the victim character than anything, and he is being awkward in just his placement in the scene. So Spike is the one that's meant to be realistic. Like Twilight's like flipping weird switches and doing like weird things, but Spike's like does his just trips and fall and just like does normal goofy Spike things. I think there's something wrong with this leg right here. Yeah. This doesn't work. Because it's fine up until this point right here. This point. So here. Even this is a slide. I don't remember there being a slide. I might fix it a little bit. Yep, that looks a lot better. Wish I would have used his rig to begin with, but alas. Okay. Well, and even so, I don't have to worry about it too much because it's just going to render on frames. Actually, I wonder if I can just, let's say, take his leg. We're going to lock it. I'm just going to hit it with one smooth. Actually, I think that helped. Yeah. It just had a lot of jitters, and so I just wanted to get rid of the jitters. Blood Globe Electric? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. I personally, I didn't even know about the blood as a decal until about a year, not even a year ago. Because I was trying to retexture something to add blood to it and it looked like crap. So I was trying to figure out a different solution and that didn't work great. So it was one of those things that I actually got super excited about because I was like, ooh, here's a problem to solve. And found the solution.
Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo!
Okay, so now I need to do her. What I want to do for her.
Rocket!
Like right now, she's way too basic and it's in positioning. I need to switch that up a little bit. Like she should maybe be... Maybe pull her back a little bit. Yeah, I might do that. It'll require manipulation of the camera a little bit, but that's fine. Oh, that's why it stopped. It jumped onto a new playlist. I'm like, I don't recognize this song. Yeah, that's weird. Anyways, actually, I want to jump into my watch later list because I have a total of 55 pending ones to check out. Let me just move that to a more easily accessible location. Okay. Get rid of this one because I don't need... Oh! I gotta keep that one. There's one I found. I tried adding it to a playlist and for some reason it didn't save. Oh, convert textures in batches? Yeah. I don't even do that though. I normally always work in singles. So I'm going to move Twilight back a little bit. Maybe to there, I think. Only because I want to have... Okay. I want to have her leaning forward when with the beginning bit with Spike. Oh, yeah. Well, I do need to get it back. When I did the our computer upgrade, I lost all my settings, and that was something I spent a while trying to figure out. And all it was it would just take a part of my other monitor's video and stream it to the put it to the stream. But I switched to a 4K, and I was trying to still figure out how to position things, and it's not as scientific as it used to be for positioning, so it made it so that I haven't been able to set up how I want to do it yet. I do mean to, but as soon as the stream's over, normally I just kind of shut everything down and go about other stuff. I'll try to get that done though. I want to see if there's like an extension I can get or something so that I can maybe stream it, but I don't know if such a tool exists. There was a software on she's a dinosaur. Rawr. Dinosaurs go rawr. Yeah, that's my other, like, I'm using a TV for my secondary monitor now. And it's not worried about the 4K part, it's just that before in the monitor I would have the windows kind of segmented in certain places, but with the 4K I have more real estate to deal with, or not deal with, to work with. And so it's not as precise. Before it was this exact portion of the screen would only be what came over. There's probably some kind of extension, I would think, that exists. And I might, if it, I have YouTube Music, so I could always see if something exists in there too. Who knows? It's like Mr. Game & Watch. Oh, no, I don't have sticky keys. No, that's exactly what I did. Exactly what you said is exactly what I used to do. So it was to capture the other monitor.
Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket!
That's just a standard one here. I want you to figure out which one it was. I had a specific one that I thought was really, really good. This was one. Alan Lennon Regret. Let me get that one up. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't save it in my playlist. It says add. Yeah, it says it's on the playlist. Why didn't it come up? Unless it... Oh, wait, maybe I'm just stupid. Edit. Hold on. Okay. See, this was like a teeny corner of my other monitor and suddenly takes up the whole screen here. If I remember right. The settings. Ordering. Date added. Newest. Aha! There it is. It's hiding. Okay. Because that one is really good. I like that one.
Rocket! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket! Rocket Rocket!
Okay, she has a bit before she goes woo. So what do I want to have her do?
Rocket science! Rocket!
Could probably have her just be a little raised. Actually, I didn't even do her back legs here. Just gonna go cheap. I think it's still a little compressed, but I'm just gonna go lazy again. That'll work. It's just no. this one. Because we'll be compressing a little bit. I can't grab it by the actual bones. I have to do it by the teal. Because these are all oriented slightly different. It would break it if I...
Rocket science! Rocket science!
I think I can stretch them a little bit more. Okay. And I also want to take the chest to... I don't want to do anything with the wings yet. Let's just disable those. Yeah, let's keep that.
Rocket science! Rocket! Rocket science! Rocket! Rocket!
No, but I do like that song. Alright, back to... At least now that I know what's wrong with it. My playlist. Okay, so we can get rid of that one. Try this one.
Rocket! Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science!
It just stares above him.
Science! Rocket science!
Okay, so I'm gonna go kind of similar to what we had for the previous, but I'm gonna have maybe
Woo! Rocket science! Woo!
now I'm gonna have it kind of be where she's going upwards instead of downwards.
Science! Science! Science!
This one's extreme enough that I'm gonna probably have to do these separate. Say a sticker.
Say a sticker. Rocket science. Woo! Science. Woo! Rocket science.
Kind of wish I could make her eyes go opposite directions, but you can't see their eyes, so it's not going to matter. That guy's voice is too low. Oh, I don't really care about me right now.
Rocket science. Rocket science. Woo! Rocket science. Science. Rocket science. Woo!
I know this song. Link Pharma. She's speaking a tongue. So I'm gonna probably go. Not quite. I'm just gonna grab a little bit just so I get full body motion, and then I'm going to have her. That's not what I was looking for. It's kind of pretty with the tail going around. Ooh. It's even weirder from this angle.
Rocket science. Woo!
Gotta spin the Twilight up. I'm kind of playing with fire doing the motion like this, but having the arms turn out is the way it should be. It's like if we were doing push-ups, our arms would go out. But it requires some interesting rotation to make it work. I think that might do it. That leg is still a little broken here. That's a bit better. Oh, that's why it looked like it was. The arm was gone. From this angle, because the purple, I thought there was an elevation change, but it wasn't. Okay, I probably want to go into more of a position like this. So this is actually going to change to remove the face, remove the left leg, those locks. I don't want to have the left ball locked either. She's dancing. Yes, it is the evolution of twerking, sure. But I don't want to have the head turned for this one. I want to have it going straight up. And, for this, I don't want to do too much of this right now, but I'm just going to do it so I have some of the details. I'm going to have her head be down. This will probably be longer than 2 frames too. I'll do that right now. It sounds like it should be right here is where I want it to be, but I want her at the top of the arc at that point. And when I blend this, the blend is going to make the actual peak just afterwards. So I want to put it a little before.
Science.
Okay, so that took this though. I don't want it to be exactly the same. I want it to be a little bit more archy. So we're going to push her a little bit more forward. This is pretty easy to compensate for because you just go bam and it's about the same. I'm going to arch this more, put it up a little bit more, and then straighten this leg. You can probably get it straight to about that point, but no more. So like that. This doesn't make any sense that she is right now stretching that her body is straight forward up and down, but on one leg. It should be that she is putting more on one side than the other. And normally, I would have the leg kick out, the opposite leg, so it'd probably be the back right. But I probably won't, because I bet you that the lab coat does not like it. Well, for one, her foot doesn't like it either, but actually no, see right there. I can maybe do it a little. I can go to, like... What doesn't even matter. So I'll just leave it. But normally you would. The ponies look better when they do that.
Science. Woo! It's science. Woo!
Okay, this is the other issue. I gotta fix that arm. I'm not really a fan of this one so far. Okay, it gets better. This one, I'm going to lock the right shoulder, and we're going to turn the body a little bit as well. And then I'm trying to offset whatever motion I do below with the head so it stays fairly straight. Though I should probably do like this. Oh no, can't do that. Okay, so left shoulder looks fine here, and that's about it. So I need to have it up where I'm gonna make the lab coat to show y'all. Okay, at what point does it not like what I'm doing? At essentially every point. That's nice. So it doesn't matter what I do, it's going to be like this. That's fine. The nice thing is I can either color her skin white to make it blend in. The camera shot probably hides a lot of it. Yeah. Or I could do like I did in one others, where you find a separate lab coat or separate the lab coat into a separate model, and then shrink her arm within it so that the sleeve itself compresses, but the arm itself is hidden. I did that with Trixie in one video. She's just punching herself in the face, though. And to actually show excitement, the arm should be outstretched. the follow-up after this, I think I should have her be... Her neck get pulled back a little. That, and then we unlock rig, well, it's rig script. I don't know if I like... I thought I would. I wish you don't. I'll go back. Yeah, this is okay, but not really my type of music. Alright, Wabasm. Thank you for all the triangles.
Woo! Science! Woo! Woo! Rocket science! Woo!
I think I do need to fix that camera, so... She...
Rocket science! Woo!
Do I want to have it zoom straight on? It's not a rule, it's a violating rule of thirds, but I think part of it works that it's centered.
Woo! Science! Woo! 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 Science! Woo! Science! Woo!
Maybe not fully centered, but I want to make it mostly centered. So I'll do it like that.
Science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo!
Sometimes it's the violating of the rule of thirds is needed. It's more of a guideline.
Rocket science! Rocket!
I don't want to play with the eyes any.
Rocket! Rocket science! Science! Science!
I wonder if I can do the eyes weird here.
Rocket science! It's science! Rocket science! It's
How is this weird?
rocket science! 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 Woo! Rocket science!
Yeah, I think it's going to be better just keeping it.
Science!
No, not that. Skin.
Rocket science! Woo!
I think that might be enough to go off of. Just checking to see if I modified the bits at all, and I don't think so.
Rocket science! Science!
Maybe have her a little bit more crazy looking here.
Science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo!
I'm actually going to, normally I don't do this, but I'm going to actually do like I did the other one. I'm going to put the motion in this. That's not going to blend right. Pretty sure this is still way too quick.
Rocket science. Rocket.
I actually should have this moved there.
Rocket. 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 Rocket.
I'm gonna keep blending and then might go back and retime things a little bit. It was like a to be continued meme.
Rocket science! Rocket... 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 Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket... Rocket science!
I think I'm gonna have her eyes closed for this one. I might just have her eyes move with it.
Science! Rocket 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 science! Science!
Okay, so I wanted to back off just a little bit here, which is normally going to be through grabbing those, or grabbing this part right here, nod face, play head, a little bit, and then, too much, and then offset that motion a little bit by keeping her head up.
Science! 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 Science!
Okay, I think I might still need to add a little bit more than that.
Science! Science! Science!
should be fine. It does stretch the legs a little bit. Just a teeny bit. Nothing to really worry about.
Science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science.
Oh yeah, when I did this swap thing, it made our wings go up. I should probably put those down. Oh, not out. Just in.
Rocket science. Woo! Rocket science.
I could have him go out here.
Woo! Woo!
Nah, I think it's kind of distracting.
Rocket science. Rocket. Rocket science.
So I don't want our eyes closing again, mainly because I don't want to have a blink and another blink. It's just weird, and I think the blink's more fitting for the other one. So instead I'm going to have her squint. Not too much because I don't want it covering up the pupils themselves, so I'm going to have her raise instead. Go a bit.
Science. Rocket science. Rocket science. 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 Science.
You're going to hear a lot of science.
Science. Science. Science. Science. Rocket science. Rocket science. 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 Rocket science.
From this angle, I needed the ellipse to be wider. Walk it. Yes.
Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! Science! Woo! Science! Woo!
So I need at least 2 frames to get a good blend.
Woo! Science! Woo! Woo! Science! Woo! Science! Woo! Woo! Science! Woo!
I think I need the camera to go quicker. Only because if it goes too slow, it's going to be a lot of motion blur.
Science! Woo! Science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Woo! Woo!
This is 0.8. I think this was meant to be... Let's see here. Can I extend these? So it's just shift. It's control. There we go. Okay, so I can't extend it like that.
Squishy! Yeah! Now grab the brain!
Actually, I would think that... why would this get quieter?
Squishy! Yeah!
Oh, I'll cut it here, though. It's not even the right frame, it's right here. Yeah, we don't need it there then. So then this has got to move back one frame. Oh, okay, and then that puts it in line. Kind of. Some of these are off. I don't know what I did that did put that off. And then that one's fine. So I'll have the rest of that done. Okay.
Rocket science! Woo! Science! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo!
Okay. I want to get her... I want to play with her motion a little bit here. I want to try to extend the amount of time she's at one at our that little mid motion.
Science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! 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 Science! Rocket science! Woo! Science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Rocket science!
I don't think I can have her like lean any more forward in here without it getting weird.
Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science!
No, this is too much wobble.
Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Science! Rocket science! Rocket science!
It's the R that has the E look. I'm trying to go with the rocket. It's so it's something like that I was going for. And then that it goes to the key, the K. I'm only working with a couple frames here. Like from the R, it's yeah, like 5 or 6 frames. So it's just such a short amount of time that you're starting to blend some different sounds together.
Rocket science! Rocket science!
Even then, the motion blur for this is going to look like that, at least right now. I might bump this one up to 30, but as of right now, I'm keeping it at 24. That did remind me, I think the focal plane is off now.
Rocket science!
Well, it's to me, there's certain things for the lips that you want to focus on, but sometimes it's not even about the sound itself. It's like there's so many quick little bits in there that all you really need to do is just open it a little bit, and that's it. But there's so many times where it's just like normally in like a for an ooh you would have like your mouth would be forward like that, but there's certain word letters or bits before and after that that are going to force your lips into a different shape than that, and they just blend together to make the sound work, but you're not going to be making that exact shape every time. That's actually why I don't work with phonemes a lot, because the phonemes are like, this is the sound, so this is the face you would make. Sometimes, like for instance, with the when I had to lip sync Twilight to use some of the audio from let's say it's Devilman. Since he had an accent, the words made one sound, but I needed to drastically pronounce them in some ways that normally you wouldn't do for some of the letters, or use the lips in different ways, and because it just made more sense for the accent.
Rocket science!
I do want to work on the rocket a little bit, because like here I think that I need more of the angry and less grid.
Rocket science! Rocket science!
I do think I want to have this a little bit more closed though.
Rocket science!
Show the jaw control too, because I can open it and go ah, but I can't go eh, which is what mouth angry is normally used for if I can. But if you have the jaw control, you can jam the jaw up a little bit and then bend it down, and it gives you more of that angled look that you go for. Otherwise, for right now, it just makes it look like the jaw kind of goes out on a hinge when it's not really on a hinge. Like, even us, you can move the jaw forward and backwards and make a lot of extra control with it. That's what's having fun with like the Rathalos model, because certain sounds I didn't have the lips modifications for yet. I'm working on those, and so but I can just move the jaw forward and backwards and use some of the lips at those points to simulate the sounds.
Rocket science! Woo! Woo!
From this angle, I think I need to stretch that a bit more. Your eyes clipping your teeth. I thought that's what that was. Whatever. Like for Twilight, I normally don't use eyebrows because you can't really see them under her hair anyway. And I tend to only use eyebrows if, I only use eyebrows if it would help enhance the emotions or present an emotion in a way that I can't do otherwise. So sarcasm is useful for those. Certain types of anger help portray them better. But like sympathy is one that I don't think is portrayed well, because you can do sad, but sympathy is like a type of sad, and I think you can do sympathy a lot better with the eyebrows too. But otherwise, I just don't like the extra work. It's a lot of extra work to get to do those.
Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science!
I think that she needs to be a little bit brighter here. Yeah, these lights were not built for her current angle. Oop. I guess I should have touched my TV. Shut up.
Rocket science!
Okay, so that's hitting him well, but I want to make sure it's not going to hit her. This one is it even hitting him? Oh, that one's hitting him. We should still give a little glow. I do want to have 2 of these now. I don't think you really had it here. But it was at a sharper angle. This, since I'm able to see around him more, I need to have another light here that's giving the kind of a rim from the other direction. Yeah, like that. Okay, that was just for a minor light. And what is the one? I think this is the one. Yeah. Okay, so this does have radius, so I want to make sure I test its luck. A little higher. This should work. Okay, and then they're pretty going. I need the back highlight's probably fine. This one, bring it around a little more. I feel like this one needs to be a bit brighter.
Rocket science. Science.
Her backlight seems to not really be doing much. That's why. Okay.
Rocket science. Rocket science. Woo! Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Woo! Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Woo! Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science. Rocket science.
Yeah, I do want to put that a bit more, but I just leave it for now. I wonder if I should dim some of those screens a little bit. I feel that they might be a little distracting.
Rocket science.
They're fine here, but as soon as you zoom in, I feel. Well, I feel that the monitors themselves have to have something going on with them to make that bright work. The monitors would be portraying light around them or on the surroundings. This one back here would be shining on this monitor right here, that kind of stuff. But that's going to affect every shot. Do you choose the music before you start animating or not? I almost always have the music figured out before. For something like this, where it's... Well, it depends. Something like this, I probably don't figure out the music for because I don't know what I would do for music for this one. It's usually just going to be something in the ambient, and then it's not going to matter very much. For the Flight in 2 Easy Steps one, that one, the music was figured out afterwards, and I just tried to find something that would be considered, what do you call that? Like old-timey elevator type music. But normally, if it's a song that's to a song, or it's a video to a song, I almost always have the video or the song figured out first. The video's not even started until I have most of it kind of planned in my head. Like a Remembrance, I had a written script for the whole thing as to what I wanted to do at all the different shots, except for like 2 different portions before I even started it.
Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Woo! And woo! Rocket science!
Okay, her back highlight probably is not how I want it to look. I'm doing anything. Oh. I was looking at the wrong one. There we go. I didn't do anything. Things to work. I'm just gonna turn it up quite a bit, or widen it, get it to about this point, yeah, and then turn it down. I'm gonna get the tail a little bit in that. Nice skylight. It's funny, like one of you, Blurred always uses the one little face with the guy and his guy with the beard, and Skylight's got the Pikachu.
Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo!
I don't like her smile afterwards. We're gonna fix that. For one, this is all been adjusted a little bit. I want to make sure I have these right, because these guides do help. There's so much Pokemon now that it's hard. I keep seeing like new ones, and then I'm like, why is Ash back? Or why is Brock and Misty and all that back? That was like what I grew up with. Now they're in the show again because I guess none of the other ones they did worked or something. So, all right, have a good one, gamer.
Rocket science! Woo!
Okay, so I think this is a copy paste of him. We'll check.
Hello, I'm Gab. I'm done.
Oh, that's a slow-mo guys one. Oh, I still have to watch that a bit later. I thought I cleaned out everything that wasn't music on there.
Navigation system, but
So Let's see if he's already done his, like, don't give a shit look. Nope.
Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Science!
Yeah, this is Under Panic. One of the few growing musicians I keep up on.
Rocket science! Hey. Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket Rocket science! Science! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket science! Woo! Uh-oh. Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo!
Okay.
Rocket science!
I think this should be enough. I just wanted to move something.
Rocket science! Woo!
And I really can't turn up the, well, I can turn up the depth of field more if I pulled him closer to, the camera. I have to readjust some of the lighting, but I want to see. It makes him bigger, though.
Rocket science!
But I could just, like, say fucking... Just do something like... that. So he'd be more blurred. It would give the impression that he's still at that same distance. I guess I haven't actually set up some of the camera motion I want to do.
Rocket science! Woo! Rocket science! Woo!
don't have her eyes.
This is a navigation system, but I need your help.
This is going to be a fun one to try to get to follow along. Right. What's this? Oh, that's the wrong toilet. Wait a second.
Rocket science! Woo!
I'm not even gonna bother trying to figure out that light right now. If I clean up or do anything to it, it's gonna completely change it.
Rocket science! Rocket science! Rocket!
Yeah, it's just all over the place there. That's gonna take a little bit to figure out how to do the way I want it to be, but that is fine.
Science! Woo!
I will consider that one at least done in terms of basic animation. It's because of the motion.
Rocket science! Woo!
It's a lot of very quick jerky motion, and the jiggle bones don't normally like that. And I don't know why, but this version of the model, also the jiggles don't work on this part of the main.
Rocket science! Woo!
So it's very stiff. The bone exists, I can still grab it, but it doesn't actually automate. It's only, there's like a couple quarrels I have with this model, and those are it. There is an updated version of the model, but it adds a lot of details and stuff that I don't, that I think make her look too manic, and I don't want to use that because I think it's a bit too busying the character too much. So it definitely, or it should work better in some of the reasons that that I find this one has shortfalls, but that's fine. I'm okay with working with it. I usually go and I love the automated jiggles, and then I go to clean up the automated jiggles, and then I end up just redoing them all anyway. So anyways, if I'm at that point, there's not much I can do
Rocket science! Woo!
right now. I'm just gonna call that, might just call it good for today then. But that actually leaves only 5 shots left that I have to do, or get at least its preliminary animation done.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need.
This one I only need to
I got an
do.
idea for a
I need to do something with him, not that much.
rocket navigation
That's just
system, but I need your help.
That's a lot of lip syncing for fast words.
I got an idea for a rocket navigation system, but I need your help.
That's gonna be a while. This shouldn't be that bad once I figure out what I want to do with them.
Headshot surgery! Oh.
This one's gonna take a while because I gotta redo this. The lip sync, I gotta get rid of that box's hanger bit. But now that I've actually been playing around in Blender, I know how to do that now. So I can take care of that. Then
Now grab the brain!
this one won't be that bad. I just had to see that.
You got a brain! Woo! Now put the brain on this rocket!
That's actually going to be a bit of a difficult shot to try to get the emotion that I want. Oh, just keep him standing still. We're not here. That happens the entire time. Hold on, I think the model's dead. Oh yeah, there's jiggle bones on it too. Actually, that could work, but I'd have to. I think I just droop it a little bit. Yeah, I have to play around with that. It's hard with those jiggles being naughty. This gets so sad. I'll have him get ultra sad. No, just leave it like that. This is ultra sad. Let's keep still for now. Nope. All right. Ended on that face. So, not for a night. I will be back. I will be back Friday, right? Only reason I would be here Friday is if I figure I'm too backed up at work and have to actually work every moment I can, but I probably won't know that until then. So, anyway, yep, that's it. I'll be back Friday-ish and stuff, and we gotta get Yep, no problem. Have Katie. Can't go without Katie. All right, have a good one, guys.